It could be hard to believe, but I'm actually a retro gamer. And yes, when the PS3 was released I was about 2 or so, but let's admit this fact. Since the very childhood I was playing my grandpa's PS1 a lot. And I think I've played all the important titles. What's more, when I was a second grader, my parents gave me the beautiful PlayStation 2. This one, to be more specific. And that's my games collection. And only in 2017 I bought my own PS4 Slim. You might say that I'm just bragging, but I just want to make sure that I'm, like no one else, is an expert on the topic of our conversation. Today we are going to talk about such a thing as nostalgia. Oh yes, be ready to jump into your deep childhood and dig into your greatest memories. In this video I'd like to make a list of the PS4 games that could help us to bring back some pieces of our past. There won't be something new for those who keep an eye on the latest news of the gaming industry. However, those who just bought a new console and would like to feel this nostalgia, sit back down and be ready to jump into the beautiful world of retro gaming. It would be simply impolite to start talking about remakes and remasters without mentioning that one game whose success affected ginormously on the number of games that are currently remade for PS4. And yes, I'm talking about Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Brand new and at the same time old good Crash brought us refreshed gameplay with a few of new features, such as autosave, thank god. The visuals are what we had in our head when we were playing the old trilogy, but now produced not by our imagination, but the Vicarious Visions game developer studio. Seeing again the characters familiar to all the gamers of the world made this game sold so well. So just in about a year or two, CTR Nitro fueled by Binax was released. Oh boy! I've already mentioned the greatness of this game in that video. That's so astounding how they've combined and enhanced two iconic games, added so much content, but remained all the feelings the same. However, it's worth mentioning that unfortunately the online of CTR is almost dead by now, and the Grand Prix are not coming back. But still, as a fan of Crash Bandicoot title, you should definitely check out any of those. The unbelievable job of the remakers won't disappoint you at all, and just bring back all the difficulty and beauty of old games. To continue with the remakes affected by Insane Trilogy, I should mention Spyro the Reignited Trilogy, that was released a year after. Yes, our purple friend is also back on PS4, with all his features, including the cheats. Spyro is yet again here to beat Gnor, Crypto and the Sorceress. As well as Crash, Spyro is fully reborn with a new engine and embellished cutscenes. The much calmer of a gameplay compared to Crash let not that of a hardcore gamers also dive into the nostalgia and the door of what the time has done to our favorite characters. Less family-friendly remasters of Resident Evil 2 and 3 could also make you drop a tear upon your face. And if the third part makes you cry of frustration, the second one impresses even such cowards as I am. Yes, though I'm not that big of a fan of horror games, I truly understand the Resident Evil 2 remake deserves its Game of the Year title. Capcom hasn't just upgraded graphics and made it look so fancy. Reconsidered gameplay, physics and visuals made it hard to say that the game was originally made in 1998 and it can compete even with the nowadays AAA gaming industry monsters. One of the recent PS1 game remakes was Medieval. The hero of Gallowmere is back again to take revenge on Zarek, as a PlayStation exclusive. Even if you're playing Medieval for the first time as a remake, as I did, it's going to be very enjoyable and even challenging at some point. You'll have so much exploring the colorful world of Sir Daniel Fortescue. And it's worth mentioning that after 100% completion, Other Ocean prepared for us a worthy prize. Moving on to PS2 era games. Here among remasters I want to mention one and only Shadow of the Colossus. I've played it for the first time when it was given out for PS Plus owners just a year ago, and it became one of my favorite games of all time. So sad the studio was dissolved and now makes Astrobot. They actually had so much potential. The puzzles aren't that hard, but the fact that the game makes you think gives you even more pleasure after completing it. Also, the mood is so great and inspiring. I would also like to tell you about Mafia remakes, but I still haven't played them. And yeah, I guess that's it for the remakes of PS2 games that I actually know. But there is a bunch of emulated games. GTA and a heap of other Rockstar games, Twisted Metal, Resident Evil, or as for PS1 games we've got Doom and Resident Evil again, and so on and so on. The era that I actually skipped, but I'm really looking forward into getting to know it better. Here the situation is the same as we can see with PS4 and PS5 right now. Like, lots of the latest PS3 games are fully ported on the PS4, such as The Last of Us, GTA 5, God of War 3, and most of the games on PS Store with the remasters in their name are from PS3. But of course, there is a lot of games that also would be loved to be added, such as Infamous or all the other exclusives. To sum up, it is nice sometimes to look at the past and remember those feelings, but we shouldn't concentrate on it too much. There are so many new games to be developed and played. Hope I helped you with feeling the great nostalgia, and see you in my next video.